I, Raviranjan Tiwari, today I am going to continue my lecture for class 10th, unit 3rd, two stories about flying. First, the first flight. In previous classes, I have already taught you about this story. The writer Liam O. Flaherty wrote about a young seagull, how he conquered, how he triumphed over the fear. Today I continue my lecture. Please listen carefully. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wings. He closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to the falling asleep. The young seagull was very hungry, and his parents denied him to provide some foods. After 24 hours, he felt so uneasy, he felt so hungry, so he stepped slowly out of the brink of the ledge and standing on one leg with the other hidden under his wings. He closed one eye, then the other. And he wanted to show his tiredness and pretended to falling asleep. This attitude shows his tiredness, his hungerness. Still, they took no notice of him, but his parents took no notice of his behavior. For his behavior, they neglected him. He saw his two brothers and his sisters lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. And he found his two brothers and sisters were playing on the plateau. They are very happy. They are dozing their necks and their heads and sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feather on his white back. Preening means making an effort to maintain feathers and on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. It is the motherly sense who looked at him very sincerely. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. His mother was standing on the little hump on the plateau, and his breast touched the plateau, the surface of the plateau. Now and again, she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her neck on the rock. These are the action of his mother. She tore the piece of fish and scraping each side of her beak. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food and that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Wet it means to sharpen it. This attitude, this sceneries maddened the young seagull, and and he loved to tear food that way. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Gol ko ah. These are the sounds of birds. She screamed back derisively, but he kept calling plaintively. And after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rocks with his feet. After some time, he found his mother picked up a piece of fish and he tore the piece of fish, and he thought she was able to give him some food, and she was trying to give him some food. But this for this argument he was very eagerly tapping the neck with his feet, trying to get nearer to her, and she flew across. And he trying to get the piece of fish, but she flying across him. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach to his beak, and she flying across him, and he come near him, and there he stopped, there she was motionless, and he trying to get a piece of fish, but he waited a moment in surprise. But after some time he was very surprised, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outward and downward into space. But when he found his mother was not very near to him, he was maddened to get a piece of fish, and and he and he flying flying, and he was maddened by the hungry, and he was dived at the fish, and he found himself out of the plateau, and he fell outward and downward into space. Then a thousand terror seized him, and his heart stood still. That moment he was seized by the by the thousands of fear, and seized him, thousands of terror seized him, and his heart stood still, and he could hear nothing he heard, but it only lasted a minute. After after dived in the space, he found very motionless, and he was not able to think about his capacity, and some minutes his heart stood fast, and he stood still, and he could not hear, and he could not hear, and he was not able to think. The next moment he felt his wings spread upward. After some moment he felt his wings became spread, and the wind rushes against his breast feather. Then under his stomach, and again his wings, he could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now, and he was soaring gradually downward and outward. This scenery is very important for him. After this scenery, he was able to fly, and he felt he was not in very straight way. He gradually downward and upward in the space. He was no longer afraid, he just felt a bit dizzy. Dizzy means an uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance. Felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. Ga ga ga, ga 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 ga, gaul, call ah. His another swept past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and sisters flying around him, curving and banking and soaring and diving. After some time, he found his parents and his two brothers and sisters all are around him. They are flying with him, and the courage increases in his heart, and he felt very easy to dive. He felt very easy to fly in the space. In the space. Today, I I teach you about the young seagull, how young seagull learned flying, and it is the first fly of the young seagull. It is a very inspiring story for you, and I suggest you to go through the book and read out this chapter very carefully, and you listen the video also carefully, and you try to understand the message of the writer, and you feel any problem then you ask me, and next class I continue my lecture. Today I want to stop. Thanks.